Hello YouTubers, 2014 Nissan Altima, and the owner complains that there is no AC. So there was cold air coming out, but once in a sudden it just hot is coming out. And when you turn on the AC, you can hear that the fan turns on, but still nothing coming out. Like the air is blowing hot. It's not even the ambient temperature but hot. Even if you turn max AC, still blowing hot. So let's take a look under the hood. So we are under the hood now, and first thing that you can probably hear, the AC fan is running. So it means that car is calling for AC. Then you can try this pipe. This is low side of the AC, and this is freezing cold. So the AC is running, but it still blows the hot air. So it tells me that the blend door inside the car is not cutting off the air from the heater core, but still pushed through the heater core. So what I've done to test, you can probably see there is a vice grip on the heater core hose. So when we cut off the supply to the heater core, we got cool air coming out. So basically right now the air is still traveling through the heater core, but there is no heat, so AC is working now. So we know that AC is working, the heat is working, but we cannot control it, so we cannot push air where we need to. So right now it got stuck on the heat, so the air travels basically through the AC and then through the heater core, versus going directly through the AC and to the cab. I have not done any job on this type of car, Nissan Altimas, so I will start looking how I can get to the blend door. I think in this car it's called mode door, so mode between the heat and AC. And when we find the actuator, we'll need to figure out either that's actuator issue or there's mechanical issue in any of the linkages or the door itself. Alright guys, I've done some looking around and I will show you what I found. So there's one actuator on the passenger side, just over there, and I believe that's our issue. I think it will turn from hot to cold, and probably if you have dual zone climate control, there will be two on each side. I checked the driver's side and it just empty space, there is nothing. Though on the other side there is another actuator that controls all those settings, and I will show you in a second. So if you look down here, you can see there's actuator with a bunch of levers. So that's the one responsible for the way the air travels, either that's feet, windshield, and just over there, it's hard to show, there is just empty spot for the other side of the actuator. So to get to the one on the passenger side, we'll need to take the glove box off, and there are 3 screws, Phillips screws at the bottom, and if you open the lid, there are 1, 2, 3, and there is 2 inside, 4, 5. So we'll remove those and we'll try to get this glove box out. Okay, so when you take all those 5 screws off the glove, and I guess you need to take this side piece off, and it just unclips, so you just pull it out, and you are left with 2 electrical connectors. So I think this one over here, and another one over there for the trunk release. So there's just press this, pull out, kind of same thing in here. Might need to get the needle nose pliers to get those out. Just press, squeeze and pull out. So now we can remove the glove box. So with the glove box out of the way, we can actually see this actuator over there. So there is a Phillips screw on top. So let's try to remove it. Alright, so I got the actuator out, as you can see. And this is the tool I used to get the other screw out. You can probably remove a bunch of stuff over there and get to it, but this was not too difficult by using this 90-degree screwdriver to get that screw out. So that's what it is. Alright guys, so I did a quick test. I turned this manually. So now it's all the way counterclockwise and it's blowing super cold. So I will go 180 degrees as it was in original position, and then when it's blowing hot air. So this is the part that we need. So this is the blend door actuator, and for single zone climate control it's located on the right hand side, on the passenger side. I received the new actuator, and when I installed it nothing happened, so keep troubleshooting. So I will turn the ignition off and I want to show you something. So right now I'm connected to the wires just over there, and we have battery voltage basically. But now if I start going to the cold, you can see that voltage does not change, but at one point just over here, and pay attention to those lights. So this comes off, this turns off, this goes off, and entire system goes off, and the voltage is going down. So after this knob hits this position, if I go a bit more, it will recover and start blowing again. And you can see voltage came back again, though it did not the other time. So now we'll go opposite way. We have 11 volts. We hit that point, you can see the voltage drops, and we will turn it back on, going to the heat side, and this time voltage is back again, which is weird because just a few minutes it was not coming back. So I got new controller since the other one was acting up, and I checked the output. So on those two pins it's supposed to be battery voltage all the time if it's not connected. So the third wire is the feedback, basically from the potentiometer on this to show the position of it, and if it's not connected, this will be pushing 12 volt battery voltage all the time to the actuator. So I connected the old one, as you can see it here, and if I move this, nothing happens. So now let me connect the new one. So the new one is connected right now, and I would like just to shine a light a bit so you can see what it does. So right now it's on hot, so it will start turning to cold. So every click on the controller corresponds to move on the actuator. So basically what happened, I think this got screwed and then somehow it screwed the actuator. So the actuator itself, I'll show you what is inside. So this is the actuator itself, 12-volt DC motor. It works because if I connect directly, it works fine. Then there is this potentiometer and it slides on those black paths. So basically you can see that there is a gap on the very left by the condenser. So it basically goes all the way, hit the gap and goes all the way back. So that's how it functions, and there are two legs that are sliding on top. I was trying to connect 12 volt on a feed and nothing was happening, so this electronic part inside is messed up too. So this is weird that two pieces malfunction at the same time, but we have what we have. So now there are topics on the internet where they say that you need to put this in before you hook it up. If you hook it up without putting it inside, you messed it up, it's garbage, it's junk. This is BS, because this is not spinning 100 times, it goes one way, second way, exactly where it's supposed to be. To put it in, we turned our blender all the way to the hot, we turned this all the way to the hot, and they should line up perfectly. So now I'll just put this all back together and we'll give it another test. My apologies, I just realized that I didn't show how I got this out. So this piece, the controller itself, just one connector for the controller and one for the light bulbs, but you can just remove this plastic piece on the bottom. And then when you put it in, it basically sits kind of as on a hinge, so you push those two pins in place on both sides, and then you kind of just lift it up, and there are a few clips on the side. So one is here, which needs to go in, and the other one is here, and then this will be screwed to the body. So lift it up, push this one in, and that should be in place. Okay, so now when this is in place, there will be just two Phillips screws holding this in, and on both sides there's this trim. One thing to know, on the driver's side, this trim is held by this plastic apron, so you need to push it back and then pull it out. To pull the trim out, just go from the top, put your plastic trim removal tool and just pry it towards yourself. So just plastic clips, pry this out and keep going all the way to the bottom. Same thing on this side. The only thing, you need to push this apron aside because it's holding it. There is nothing to hold on this side. Quickly show you how to get this trim in, and as I said, it just clips all the way from top to bottom. So just gently push it in and you're good. Same on the other side. Okay, so everything is back together in final check. So right now we're running AC and it's running super cold. We switch to the warm air, now warm is coming out, so this works perfectly. Fan is working too. I also checked all those controls and this we got used. So everything works fine. So please like and subscribe. Please check our links in the description to the video for the parts and tools. And as always, do it yourself. Thanks for watching, guys.